worked. It did the whole thing with the stuff and the things and the graphics and the moving and the stuff, and it works. Hello, everybody, and welcome. I can click the welcome button, see if that works yet, because it doesn't seem to work until it's live. But there we go. Yes, that works as well. It says be with you very soon. It should say I'm here now, because I am. I'm here. I've got a couple of people back in the back room, and I'll let them in momentarily as well, and we'll see how it goes from there. Now this is the last one of the month, so it's open to everyone. I haven't put my lights on. Look, I'll press another button. I've got another button for my lights. I've got everything. Oh, blinding. Autocorrect. There we go. That's settled down. That's how it should be. I'm panicking, you see, because Fox came in and said it's not on your page. It's not there, but it is. But it wasn't. But it might be. But there we go. Anyway, with me this evening, so far, I have George. Look, there he is. Let me change the background. There we go. That's better.
Ooh.
We have George, and we also have Fox, or Fox's hands, or his bench.
Hello,
anyway,
hello.
Most of him.
Comedy jazz hands.
Yeah. So yes, hello and welcome everybody. As I say, at 5 minutes past, in another 3 minutes, the link should go live everywhere. I've set up scheduled posts, depending on where you're listening from, to automatically put it on my website and Facebook page and in the Boom Hut and everything. And I'll press a button and make it appear in the chat as well, because I've got the buttons now. I didn't press my button to start the show time. I pressed the button to start the show time, so that counts down now. I've got my new toy. I've got my Stream Deck, which if I can get it on camera so you can see it. And
you and your fancy
that green bit, that green light down there will gradually go down and down and down, and then go orange, and then go red, and then flash at me to tell me it's time to finish. But there we go. I have buttons.
So what he's basically saying is that no matter what interesting thing we're talking about, when that goes red, he's contractually...
I press the other button and make it finish. Yep, yeah. Absolutely right. So people are in the chat. They are watching. Hello and welcome to everybody. The first one in, as you might have guessed. Who do you think was the first one in the chat?
I think it was Sprugoo.
No, it was Pascal. Pascal saying evening. He was in ages ago, but he's going to be working on some code tonight, so he won't be joining us. Although, so Osric says he's not here. He's also not got his icon yet, so he hasn't got his little picture, little thing down there. So yeah, sorry. Actually, tell you what, let me change another setting. I'll go minimal, because then we can still see Fox down at the bottom there. Look.
Wait, isn't it normally somebody else that says I'm not here, ignore me?
I'm not sure. Is that you?
No, who is it that says pineapple all the time? I've forgotten the name.
Ghost Lyle.
That's it. He always says I'm not
here.
here.
Doesn't seem to come onto my streams.
Was he not?
I think he's your friend, not mine.
No, that's not good. Ghost Lyle, if you're watching,
he's not going to be watching because he doesn't know you're here.
If you're not watching, you should be watching. It's not going to work, is it?
Pascal says that wasn't even his first post, so no, it probably wasn't. It's probably like weeks ago that he put the first post up there. So we have Chronomanzin saying hi all. I prefer the big pictures, but it does get in the way when there's more people on camera. If only could move them around a little bit, but there we go. Swigging Pigs in, evening all. To which Chrono replies, hello, Mr. Pig. For some reason, Osric says orange. I don't know why, because it's my shirt.
Yeah.
That's the only orange thing that's around. Yes, I've got an orange shirt.
Yes, it's kind of standing out like a thumb of hit by a hammer.
It's very orange.
It's very nice.
I've ordered another orange shirt as well today.
Ooh.
Special one.
Is that special or special?
Special. No, special. It's one with one of them on him. Look, I've got a framed Warhammer behind me.
I just noticed that.
Fox is in saying hello, evening everyone, he says.
Hello, Fox.
And George says orange indeed. He could use his real words to say that as well, but there we go.
You had me backstage at that point.
Oh, that might have been it, yeah. I do like putting people backstage. I can kick you back there now if you like.
Yeah, thanks.
Chronoman's saying hello to Fox.
Hello,
Jamie's in saying hello to everybody.
Well, to Chronoman, I surely say, hello, mate, hello.
All right.
Well, batting in it, you know what I mean?
Chris G's in saying howdy, folks. Howdy.
Howdy.
Shane's in, another one of my lovely patrons, saying good evening, Chris. I should mention Chronoman's one of my patrons as well. So, as is George, look. There, that's right. That one in first message, right? There we go. Chronoman says the Pascal protocol is always online.
Let me know if you get feedback from my speaker. I've had to turn you guys up quite a bit to hear you. So,
oh, does that mean that I'm quiet, or am I just?
Yeah, you're being really quiet.
Okay, I'm not particularly being quiet. But there we go. Steve's in. Evening, people. He says.
Evening.
My wife's in downstairs saying evening all.
That'll be the kettle on standby.
Yeah, I'll be warned about that in another 87 minutes or something. Yeah.
Hey, Mrs. Chris.
Vasily is in, evening all, just lurking and listening. Jamie's got a question for Fox. What does Lamium medium do to Citadel paints?
Lamian medium dilutes them. It doesn't thin
So it's
them.
not thinning, it's a different word, isn't it? Yeah.
Yes. It's basically a paint with no colour in it, so it's good for making the paint more dilute.
I see Spids in the back room. I'll let him in a minute. Swigging Pig saying, hello, Chronic Man. Chronic Man saying, I should have said, I'll do, Fox.
Oh, no. When does a Manx say, I'll do? A Manx says, you know. You don't
Jerry
say,
says,
"I'll
God,
do."
Fox has actually made a stream. I know, it's amazing, isn't it?
I know.
It's
Well, it's
because
only
I
'cause we
posted
had
the
something
link
to
to
do.
join the stream in all the places, and he's bound to see one of them.
I know. Well, I only really join when I've got something I can be getting on with.
And Gemma says, hi, Fox. She's
Hi,
not talking
Gemma.
to George, apparently. I don't know.
Hey. No, not.
I understand, it's fine. She didn't say hello to me either. So, you know. Well, she said evening all. That sort of covers everybody. But Fox gets a personal one, apparently. And Spid's here. Look, there he is.
Hello!
Hello, Spid.
I clicked a button
Hello,
and he appeared.
hello, George, hello, Fox, hello, Chris.
Is that bigger or smaller? That's a bit bigger.
Can I just say, by
Yeah,
the way, just before we get going, hi, George.
Hi.
I said hello to you.
Right. So, yes, the link should be live everywhere now. I shall click the button there that should put the link in the chat.
Oh, God, he's pressing
There
button.
we go. Look, join the stream. Follow this link live on camera. There we go. Follow that link. You
Yo,
can't click on it in the
bang.
thing on the screen, but you can click on it in the thing. And you can come in and join. You will get put into the back room, backstage area first. And assuming I like the look of you, I'll click on a little button and you come and join us.
Can I just say, I've been putting a little bit of gold on my little Space Marine.
Hang about. Let me do that. There we go. You put
I've
some
got the
gold bling on. Yeah.
I've
Very
been painting some bling on him.
It needs more gold though.
Oh well, no, I don't know. I'm quite happy with that. It needs a few more colours elsewhere. But
Warhammer always needs more gold.
A bit of blue and a bit on his helmet. He's going to be called Admiral Auric. I've decided,
Okay.
and he's called Admiral Auric because you probably can't see there, but he has a gold finger.
I can't see that from here, no.
See, there is a special tool for measuring amounts of gold paint for Warhammer kits. It's a special Games Workshop tool, and it basically it's got two measurements: Warhammer and it's not Warhammer.
Seriously.
Yeah, basically. Well, I should say it's not Warhammer or more for gold.
Yeah. It's just one setting. It says need more.
More, or it's not Warhammer. It's
Right, while we're here, I will be later on going through the group and showing all pictures of your work in progress and completed and stuff. So if you haven't already, you need to do it now. Go along there. I'll put it there. Where can I put it? I'll put it there as well. Look, I'll put it down there, and I'll put it in the chat. You can click on that. Join the Facebook group, the Gross group. It's lovely. It's just a few people hanging out and putting up pictures of stuff that I can then post and show and kill another 10 minutes of the stream every week.
Bear with.
There we go. We got sideways speed now. That's better.
So I'm struggling at the minute because my computer monitor's over the side of the desk, and I've got me looking up at things close-up glasses, so I can't see anything that's going on in the actual thing.
It's
Oh
all right.
God, no,
Nothing
Spade!
interesting happening anyway.
He's in portrait mode. Chris, tell him.
He's in portrait mode. He's also frozen as well, so I
Oh,
think
yeah?
that's worse.
Have you noticed how when people's screens freeze, it always screams when they're in the middle of an expression, so it never quite looks right. It never freezes when they've completed the
No,
facial
it's never
expression.
freezing in a normal pose that's perfectly all right.
So that's-
I'll briefly remove Spid from the stream, so you know
So that's what happens when you put your screen in portrait mode. It breaks the
internet.
Yeah, it breaks the internet.
There we go. So there is still room for people to join. There are only 6 people allowed on camera, but the background does have room for 10. So if you are here and there's already 6 people on the camera, then we'll try and cycle through and get more people on. But yeah, if there's not enough room, there's not enough room. But come along and join next week and stuff. I'm watching Speed in the background, and it's changed picture, but it's still frozen.
Yeah.
So he seems to be having internet issues. So at some point we'll bring him back, no doubt.
Handy tip: just holding up a card saying "Notice me, Senpai" does not work. It won't get you in the stream faster.
It might.
It might do.
You could hold up money. That might work as well.
That's true. Yeah, but that's just showing money that you haven't got.
Yeah, that's the point. That's not a good thing. If you would like to send me some money, you can do it on the Patreon page. Look,
Did you like
there
that
we go.
segue I gave you there, Chris?
I thought that was quite impressive. I have a Patreon site. You can pop along at patreon.com, Gross Models, as it says on the bottom of the screen, and indeed in the chat. Every couple of weeks, someone else comes and joins in, and it's great. They're lovely people in there. So come along and join. And the other link that I have set up is my actual website page, which is grossmodels.uk. Nice and easy to remember. It's just my ramblings and murmurings and stuff. So, yeah, come along and see what's what in there. It's got links to all the other media and YouTubes and Facebooks and everything else. Right. Jerry says that's creepy, but I don't know what it was in relation to because
I think he meant with Spid's screen being portrayed.
It might well be. Look, we've still got Spid here. Look, he's still there, but he's not really here. Look. See, so I'll remove him again until he comes back properly. I'll see him back frantically.
Is it because he's on faraway broadband, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's on faraway broadband powered by hamsters, and it's all not good for him. So yeah.
I think we all need to club together to get Spid a big long string from the internet
to get him a long Cat 5 cable.
Yeah, to go from the internet to his house.
Steve says we may be a gross group, but we're lovely, really. Exactly right. That's exactly it. Yeah. LD's in. Evening, LD. You haven't got a picture either. Yeah, you need pictures. You need little pictures because I'm putting the pictures up, and it shows a little icon. Look, just here. Look, just there. It's nice. Look, if you're like me, you can have an actual icon like that.
Have I got one?
LD, he just got LD, just is green. Osric says now I'm here with fish and chips, but he's just got a purple person. So
I have one.
You have one. Yeah. Did you write anything? I can't find it at the moment. So that's here. He's got one. I was reading that some of the Scottish islands have full fibre connections. Yeah, probably just on the island, and then it goes through string to get to the mainland. So yeah, it's probably rubbish. George has got a picture. Look, there he is. He says "yum" for some reason. Is that in relation to the fish and chips?
Yeah.
It says "yum."
LD has got a Psycho Zaku on the way, Verka. I think that's all something to do with Gundams, isn't it?
That's an insane. You know that Zaku you built, Chris?
It's a big one.
Yeah.
Imagine that, but with then a million extra things stuck on it.
Ah, right. Okay.
Tubes and weapons and bits and more tubes.
More tubes. I can see a moving Spid. Shall I try bringing him back in?
Don't startle him.
Oh, there he is.
He's there. Look, he's still moving. He's moving a little bit.
I'm back. My internet's actually been sort of reasonably okay today, so hopefully.
Yeah, you used it all up during the day, haven't you?
You've
LD says I don't know how to do it. Is that the picture? You go to your if you haven't got an actual YouTube channel thing, you can't do it there, but you can do it through the Google settings. And it's got a thing about avatars and upload pictures, so you can do that. So
it's just an image for your. It's just your Google account.
Fox has got one. It says om nom nom.
Om nom nom.
I'm not.
Yeah, it's just your Google account.
The people that are here. Yes, it's your Google account thing. That
Or something like that.
Pascal says it's the one with lights, but then MG instead of HG. So it's smaller, bigger, small. It's different.
Yeah, it's master grade. You did a real grade. It's bigger and got more tubes and things. It's insane, basically.
High grade's the same as real grade in size, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes. Actually, I learned.
Why is it not called an insane grade in that case?
They're saving that for when they make master grades, but in real grade detail.
Yeah. Although I think you could call insane grade the 5 foot tall RX-78 too. That would probably count.
It's Japanese, though, isn't it? So it's going to be new hyper mega grade.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just call it Japan. What scale is that? Japan.
Quanoman is in the middle of a Gundam Thunderbolt.
Nice.
I don't know what that is.
That's the TV show that.
Oh, it's a show. Right, okay. I gotcha.
Wait, does that mean he's watching the show or is in the middle of building the Gundam itself?
Yep.
Yeah,
That's
that's a good question. No, Thunderbolt is not the name of their Gundam though. They had the full armor and the Psycho Zaku.
Yeah, but this is Chrono Man.
Thunderbolt, so I thought that would be a thing rather than a show. Maybe I don't know. I'm not a Gundam.
He's a lovely lad, but I don't know. He quite possibly might be just referring to the mobile suit. I'm making a Gundam Thunderbolt.
Vasily's mate had internet delivered via the post office, and it arrived damaged. So, that's
take it back
with internet. Yep.
By the way,
you need a bucket full of it. Kevin's in. Si Reynolds. Evening, folks. Evening.
No.
No.
Sarah, excitement.
LD figured out about the pictures. You put something silly on it. Not rude though. If it's rude, I won't be able to click on your little picture and make you.
Chronoman confirms both. He's watching and building.
Cool. It does take a little while for it to kick through, LD. So if you change it now, it won't necessarily change now. It might change tomorrow or next week or something. But yeah. Pascal says no. It was the HG, no RG. Yeah, they're all just letters to me. They mean very little to me.
I love the fact that everybody comes into your stream, Chris.
No,
nothing about.
But I still don't know which one's bigger or smaller.
Yeah.
I know there's master grade, real grade, and high grade, but I still don't know which are the biggest and bestest.
Real grade and high grade are small. Master grade is medium. Perfect grade is big. And
which one is far away?
This one is far away.
Jerry says he's have a nice evening, guys. Got to go and pick the missus up and spawn. So it's his
Hi,
evening
Jerry.
spout. Sorry, Jerry. Yeah,
Sorry,
you're welcome, but you know.
Note to Jerry. I noticed I got some emails from you the other day, dude. Apologies, I've not got round to them, but for some reason they were in my spam folder and nearly got deleted. But I will get round to
Jerry
them.
just sending you spam. That's rubbish.
I've no idea. I just went to clear out my spam folder and it's like, that's weird. I've got a couple of emails from Jerry in there. How strange. So
Can I just clarify? He says he's got to go and pick up the missus and spawn. Does it mean he's got to go and pick the missus and pick up the spawn, or he has to go and pick the missus and then spawn?
I'm assuming it's two people he has to.
Yeah, there's probably some grammatical.
It might not be.
That sentence that we changed.
I don't know. He said he's got an evening up the spout, so it could be either way as well, I suppose.
the answer here
is also having internet iffy trouble
as well.
Skullfish is in. Evening Hamsters. Evening. It's not Hamster Day today. It's
Skullfish.
It's just Meat Day.
Oh, nice logo, dude. I like that.
Yeah, it's a Skullfish.
Well, Skullfish. It's a Skullfish.
Yeah.
See,
I can't see anything.
Do
I'm looking the wrong way.
LD is making some spam fritters.
Spam. Lovely spam. Lovely spam.
Size saying still got space, Chris. Only got a mic. Yep, more than welcome. You can even put a little avatar in now. If you join, when you click the no camera button, it gives you an option to upload a picture. So you can put a picture in, so it's not just a dodgy little person in the middle. It'll
Family friendly.
Your icon that will sort of flash a little bit when you talk. So yes, more than welcome. Come and join us. If you haven't got the link, I shall put the link in again. Look, here we go. That's the link. There we go. I like these buttons. They're good.
Join the stream. Follow this link to join on camera.
Playing with your little button for everything remote pad thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Everything I can possibly think of, I've got a button for it now.
Fantastic. Have you got a button for making a cuppa?
Yep. No. There's a button for other things, but no. I've got a button that mutes my mic, but I've got a button on the mic to mute the mic as well, so I don't know which one I prefer.
That's only when you go for a wee. Go for the one on the little dashboard because it's easier. Because the button on these mics is a bit of a pain to press.
Well, I've got one on my button. I can
put your mic right across the other side of the room, and then you've got the one on the panel.
So now I can do that.
Yeah, no, the button, the mute button on the Yeti microphones is a bit ropey.
Yeah, you have trouble with that because you keep forgetting.
I have to go press it, mute. Now I can go for a wee.
When I just talking of mute buttons on microphones and things, we had a cautionary tale when I worked in the tech support. Yeah, sorry, Jerry. Apologies, I wasn't ignoring you. I said I don't know why they went in there, but I will get around to reading them, and I'll get back to you. Yeah, when I worked in tech support, we had the cautionary tale because it was all telephone based, where one of the guys at the other office in Hales Owen had hit his mute button and proceeded to slag off a Welsh caller with lots of sheep references and goodness knows what, only to find out that his mute button hadn't worked.
Yeah, never a good idea.
Right,
we have Kevin in the stream. I'll put him in.
To tell them
he'll appear down there.
Don't use the mute button and assume it works.
Welcome, Si.
Hello, Jar Jar.
Hi. I thought I'd taunt Fox.
Hello.
Yeah, he won't notice.
He will.
Well, the thing is, the screen's on the other side of the room, and I can't see that far with these glasses on. So you're safe.
Pants.
Your cunning plot failed.
Has anyone seen the episode 9 trailer yet? Teaser trailer.
I have.
A couple of them. Yeah.
With the full lightsaber.
The foldy out thing. Yeah.
Have you seen the
foldy lightsaber? I think it looks pretty cool myself. I think
it's been done before though, so it's not new.
Have you seen the meme with the Have you seen the meme with the Swiss Army version where it comes out and it's got like a horse?
One with the thing for the horses hoof. Yeah.
But no, I think it's looking pretty good. Lots of people are slating it, obviously.
Of course they are, because people, yeah.
Yeah, I think it looks good. I'm looking forward to it.
Loads of people slated the Han Solo film though, and I thought that was actually a really good film.
I liked it.
That wasn't bad. I like Rogue One. I think personally, if you go Han Solo, Rogue One, episodes 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then probably 9. I think can't go wrong. Just miss 1, 2, and 3 out.
You should start at 1, 2, and 3 because they're all right as well.
You do get these people whinging about the new Star Wars films. It's like, you know what? How about they hadn't made any of them and you wouldn't have anything to watch? Shut up.
Yep.
Yeah. It's all the ones that are saying Disney's ruined my childhood. It's like, dude, it's a set of films. Come on.
It's made up.
It's not real.
Not ruined childhood, has it?
Jamie has a question for Fox. It
Go ahead.
says, with Citadel Air paints, is there anything that will make them easier to brush paint?
Yeah,
my
don't buy.
first spite is don't bother brush painting them. They're air paints.
Yeah, don't buy the air paints.
Get the brush
Yeah,
version
buy-
because
yeah.
it'll be
Yeah,
the same
that-
colour but designed for brushing.
Either that or add some thickers.
Yeah, no, you can. If you're using the air paints, don't bother using a wet palette because they're thin enough anyway. They're not quite thin enough to airbrush, but just not really designed for brush painting because they're a bit thinner, so you'll probably get a lot of transparent colours.
Just never buy them.
Use acrylic
Yeah.
thickers.
And
Not
they're in the
regular.
wrong bottles for airbrushes anyway. So
You get less paint per mil to penny ratio anyway.
No, you do because it's much thinner, isn't it? It's that said, the Vallejo air paints spray really nicely. I got some in a batch of paints a while ago, and they actually airbrush really nicely.
Well, that's because Vallejo understand about airbrushing.
Yeah, compared to trying to thin down model colour, which can be a bit of a pain.
Jamie's got a good reason that he got them. He said he got them in his local wargaming shop for £1 a pot.
Oh yeah, I'm not going to complain.
So in that case, go for it.
In that case, go for it. Just don't use them on a wet palette. Just use them neat from the pot. You may as well.
A little known fact about the air paints as well is they actually have less pigment to medium ratio.
Yeah.
So you're just going to have to multiple thin coats.
Yeah, forget about the two thin coats. Make it
You
10.
can brush painting because I've brush painted Vallejo air, but it's lots of coats, and you don't get tempted to slap too much on at once.
And
I was actually going to buy my first pot of Games Workshop Citadel air paint the other day. I was going to get some Avalon Sunset because they had some of these armor panels on this Azabi that I'm working on at the minute that I needed to spray, but they don't do this rattle kind of Avalon Sunset. So I thought I'll go in the shop, I'll get a pot of the air paint because I can't be bothered diluting one of the proper pots down. I can't be fussed. I went in and I said to the manager, dude, I can't find the Avalon Sunset area. He went, yeah, we don't sell them in the shops anymore. I said, why not? I said, because we had to make all those spaces for the contrast paints. So the air paints are now just online only. I'm like, the first time I need to buy one, you don't have them anymore. God damn it.
Pro tip though, Army Painter Demonic Yellow is Avalon Sunset.
Yeah.
As in spray.
Well, I mean, it's just easier. If it's something I can pop round to my local shop and buy in 10 minutes.
Well, that's also true.
Yeah.
But the risk with you in GW, sir, is that you come out without a wallet.
I don't know. I may have for what I want, and I'll get it.
I may have come out with the scrap jet when I went in to get the
What exactly?
That may have happened, and a can of some other primer I didn't actually need, but I got anyway.
You're as bad as George, who was on a spending ban this week.
No.
Yeah, I'll get to that picture in a minute. Jamie says he doesn't use a wet palette anyway, he just takes the paint from the pot.
Yeah,
I figured already. I think primary what I do.
Cranoman did say earlier that he's been told by the voices in his head that Gemma's going to get a brew button surgically implanted in me. But Gemma said she doesn't need to because I don't forget. I don't really forget. She wouldn't need the button implanted in me anyway. She'd need a button that she can press that electrocutes me or something rather than...
Don't give her
her avatar is a cup of tea.
It is a cup of tea, yes. We sorted out an avatar for her, so yeah. She chose it
Marvellous.
herself.
Hey,
She needs an empty one,
Si,
so when
look,
it comes
backpack.
towards the end of the stream, it's an empty one.
Backpack.
Yeah.
I have a week off, so I'm finally... I've sat down with the Sazabi in front of me, and I'm not going back to work until it's at least prepped for paint.
There you go. I'm working on
Well,
mine.
we were talking, me and George were talking before we went live. We can't remember exactly when his competition
Yeah,
ends.
Sunday day.
I think it was. I think it was the 21st of September, but
No,
I think
it wasn't.
was
No, it wasn't. No, it was December.
Was it like? Yeah, I didn't say which year.
Oh, I
it was,
did.
It was June sometime. I can't. You know. Yeah.
That the new Gundam RG is going to be in next week, and then they're going to mail it to me. That's why we were talking about it, because I didn't even know if I was going to get it on time. But yeah, I think it's the 22nd.
I think the date on the actual post, I think was definitely in the 20s, but I have a feeling it was the 20th of September.
It was
George,
definitely
have you actually finished building your first Sazabi yet? The
Me?
Master Grade. Yeah.
No. But check this out. Well, look at the screen for just a minute.
Okay.
I'll put you big screen.
So I found this little G-frame Sazabi,
Oh, yeah.
and I'm pretty sure I can get this one done in time.
Nah,
I'm not convinced. I don't think you can.
Well, I was just thinking. I mean,
What's the size difference of that one, George, to the regular one?
What's happened to my regular one? I mean,
No, what's the size difference of the G frame? How much smaller is it?
I think it's only like that big.
Well,
I
that
think-
box had
Like the
two
little-
things in it. It's tiny.
Yeah.
Are they the same size as an SD, but they're kind of the same proportions as a normal
Oh, right.
Gunpla? I think.
Yeah, I've got one of the little. What's the one I've got? The something or other world something where it's a little strike Gundam like that big, Ale Strike Gundam, and it comes in a little. It's almost like a Gashapon pack, but it's a proper build it. But it comes with a thing of bubble gum, and you. But
I would hope it's only this big, as it is on that picture.
yeah.
Anything bigger, it may not get done.
There are two things in there, aren't there?
Yeah, one is the frame, and then one is the armor. So the frame, the shield, and the gun, and then this has all the armor pieces.
George, what happens if you finish building? Now you've got like 32 different Sazabi kits in Master Grade.
I
What
know.
happens if you finish the first one and think I hate every minute of that?
Well, no, I have the like top part right there of the one that I got his whole upper body done, and I enjoyed it. I'm really focusing hard on prepping for that golden demon. Like I got my little tiny librarian. I did some alteration, so his sword now is.
Let me see, because we were talking about this. Have you done it yet?
So I haven't put it on, but if I hold it on there, so the sword goes behind his back.
Okay, that looks sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So in essence, what you're really saying is the Sazabi build and everything around it was all going well. Now it's not, and it's all Fox's fault.
yeah, no, 100%.
Oh, God damn it!
If he would have stayed with Gunpla, which is where I first discovered him, none of this, like
Exactly.
all of this, I have it all back here and back. My house is slowly starting to get filled with Warhammer kits, and my wife is not pleased at all. It's
It's
happening.
leading everybody down a dark path. It's terrible.
I
Yeah.
need to do some kind of testing. I need to like suddenly switch something weird like model railroading and see what happens in the boom.
I think you should switch to like dolls' houses or something.
That's
Yeah, dolls out.
how they're gonna take me down is they're gonna every time like someone comes up with a hobby and they get really interested in it and I get interested because I have a 0 or 1,000. There's no so I either do the thing all the way or I don't do it at all. So my friends, their plan to break me is to get into so many different hobbies that the shiny object syndrome bankrupts me or just fills my house with stuff. And then
So we've now added to that basically.
yeah, pretty much.
Oh dear.
But there's a target. I just think once I get to March and Adepticon's over, and then I start my diorama for 2021, then I will start building all the Suzabis. That's the
He hopes.
yeah.
There'll be something else by then.
You never know.
Yeah, I mean,
Because don't forget, after my Sazabi, it's the perfect Great Millennium Falcon.
I do have that downstairs. too.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Yeah, but only one of them. You need like 17 or something.
Well,
I
might-
just want to.
You
Go
might
on,
be
Fox.
safe because I need to catch up on my Warhammer Conquest when the Falcon's done. So
I also want to clarify we are not doing a build off for the Falcon because I have Golden Demon to prep for and I don't have a year spare of my life.
no, and I mine's an E-models build, so I can't. I'll be doing as good as I can, but I won't be spending like months and months and months doing it. So there'll be
So on
some.
to the Falcon, there was one of the groups. I think it's Star Wars Builders Group or something. There's one. I'm only in one just to see sci-fi stuff on Facebook, somebody put on there a picture of the completed the Ag Falcon, and they're building the hangar bay that as a coffee table thing.
Yeah.
So they built a coffee table that it's going to sit in, and the thing's going to be the hangar bay that the Falcon's in.
My original plan was to get it built, to get a glass case made of like toughened reinforced glass that you could then use as basically a big glass cube, like a coffee table that's a glass case. But inside it, I would just get, I would make an enormous asteroid, and I'd have the big Falcon mounted on that stupid, silly ass wall mount that comes with it, because that's all you get. But then cover that up with this fake asteroid, so it's just skimming over the top of an asteroid, and it's in a glass case, which is actually a coffee table. Of course, I got to the cockpit, and then episode 6
got distracted. Yeah. Okay. There's still time to put stuff in the Gross group. If you're not already a member, go and join now. I'll keep an eye on notifications and let you in. It's not a problem.
If you're not a member, why are you not a member?
I should be going across there in a little while to have a look at the pictures. I know George has put a picture up in there that we'll be taking the mickey out of. So let's, come along and join. And come and join the stream. There's still one more spot for being on camera, let alone the 4 spots for the background.
I'm just going to go grab some water.
Have we heard from Captain? Have we heard from our potential extra guest who we were talking to
I haven't
earlier?
heard a word. I've got the chat open over there. It doesn't say anything about it.
No,
It just says
dear.
no, but yeah. So maybe, but maybe not, and stuff, and
I would
other
post my
members of the
stuff
gang may arrive as well.
I would post my stuff in the Gross group, but unfortunately, for some reason, I can only post in the Gross group as my personal account, not as Model Making Guru. So I don't know why that is.
Yeah, I don't know why that is. It's one of those strange Facebook things that some people it lets you join as a page, and some other groups it lets me join as one of my pages, but not the other. It let me join as my business work page, but not my model making page. And it's like, it's a model making group. I don't want to join as my shop page. I want to join as my middle page.
Well, I know it's not you, because in another group I joined, I joined a group, but there's a lot of groups that I join where I don't particularly want to get notifications, because I don't really, I'll just pop in every now and then. I don't need to get notified every time somebody posts something up. So I went into the group, joined it, clicked on the thing to say don't send notifications, and it just takes me to my personal notification settings. I'm like,
Really?
no, I'm not setting notifications for my group. So there's some weirdness with Facebook going on.
It has its moments. Steve does say he does still need to start the DXD Falcon.
I need to finish it.
There's a good tutorial group on building the cockpit that someone's done.
Yeah, sure.
Video series.
Shut
Unfortunately, I built my Agostini Falcon before I started doing videos, so there aren't any.
Yeah. Well, I'm in the win £10,000 a month for the next 30 years lottery tonight, so maybe I'll get the garage rebuilt and then I can carry on with the big Agostini Falcon when I win that. When I win that.
After the Suzabi, though, yeah.
Don't know. I might just have to refund your money back and say sorry.
Thing is, by the time you finish George's Suzabi Fox and the Falcon, you'll be on the next round of Patreon builds.
Yeah, probably. It's not been the best of years this year, just with for various reasons I haven't really gone into in public, but various personal stuff and things just taking up so much time that I haven't. Time at the bench has been a real restriction. So
I understand that issue.
Yeah, George has been very good and very patient, and I do have to apologise profusely. But George,
when did you? Well, when was his Patreon reward due?
Oh God, I don't know. This was supposed to have been done in like March or something, or even before then. I think. When was it? I can't remember now, George.
I think it was like over a year ago.
Yeah.
You were still on. You had just started.
Started Jordan.
Strike Cruise, yeah, and then
the strike move.
Sidetrack. And I didn't make it any better by buying all that conquest for you either.
Yeah, that kind of happened as well. No, that was great. No, it's just been for me. It's just been the last year. It's been one of those years where we're like, say, with issues. Mama Fox was poorly sick last year, and other things and bits and bobs. We're not making excuses, but it's just not been the most productive of years this year. But I'm on it now. Look there, you can see it. Look, underway.
Yeah, we can see it. We keep seeing.
Hey, you're much further than I am, so
Yeah.
Yeah,
I got mine built. I'm in the middle of taking mine apart again.
Oh.
I'm doing decals and stuff on arms and things, and yeah.
I can't wait to get doing the decals on this. Oh yeah.
Well, you've got custom decals as well, haven't you? So that'd be
Yeah.
lots of fun.
Well, the thing is, right, there's the beam shotgun thing. It's in the grey sear, and in my mind, this is going to look fantastic with many coats of the contrast paints. In reality, I think the contrast paints aren't going to work on it very well, but we'll find out.
Yeah,
It's all an
that's what
adventure.
about. It's all fun.
Yeah, but the beauty of contrast is they're so thin. If they don't work out, you can
Dettol.
notice any detail, even if you just painted over it without stripping it.
Yeah, that's true. But I'm hoping I can get. I can't even get my words out. Some terror at the minute is. I can't wait to get on with that bit. I'm really looking forward to doing it, but I'm severely underestimating how long it's going to take to do all the outlining on it. I think potentially a long time.
Yeah,
I might be able to catch up with you.
Say that again, mate.
George
You
might catch up with you.
drops out there.
I haven't done any panel lining before on anything. I'm going to try and do some panel lining on this. I'm not cutting lines, but
Yeah.
just using some panel line accent and stuff to darken some things. And
Panel
stuff.
lining doesn't actually take too long.
Oh.
It's
Kevin?
because just capillary action and clean up. It is
Your
quite quick.
connection's a bit knackered there, Kevin.
Is it? No.
No,
Well,
Yours dropped out a bit there, actually, Fox.
Yeah.
When you were
Did
talking.
I as well?
I can hear Kevin.
It could be me then. I don't know.
Must be you, but
I
Um,
was noticing it with Fox, but no
Yeah.
one else.
Fox did drop out a bit. But
Oh, so it's
he came
Chris's
back,
fault then, because it's
so-
Chris's stream.
Yeah, it's everyone else is working properly apart from Fox, so it must be me. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't mean panel lining. I didn't mean panel lining because that's all right. I meant the actual Borderlands ink outlining.
Ah, yes, yeah.
It took me about 8.5 hours to do that little vehicle. I think this is probably going to take me about a week.
Yeah, but you'll be quicker now because you're better than you were
No.
when you didn't know what you were doing.
I mean, I can't wait to get on with it because it's going to be great fun. Because it was a lot easier than it looked, and I can't wait to do it. And it's going to look brilliant. But it's like, I've still got 8 years worth of Skeptic's Guide to the Universe podcast to listen to, so I should be all right.
It does look really good, that.
Thank you.
Spruglu says it's George's fault we're all waiting for the Falcon, which is true, technically, yes.
I
Because Fox
never
is
thought of that.
doing the other thing because of George, yeah.
Yay, moved away from me onto George. Happy now.
Zesta says life's got the habit of getting in the way, absolutely right.
Yeah.
Steve says his issue's trying to clear the junk room to be a proper workspace, but find old projects that distract me. Yeah, you do keep putting up pictures and think, look what I've just found, and then spent 3 days rebuilding it and painting it, and yeah.
Yeah.
That's surely great fun, though, Steve. Finding stuff that you forgot even existed.
Oh God, yeah.
That's how that's how I
Zesta's agreeing that it's Fox's internet. That's the problem. Yeah, there we go.
my garage finds.
Right, I'm going to go across to the Gross Group and have a look at and see what people have been doing this week. So I can click that button. I don't know how that works. It should be screen sharing and us. So we'll see how that works. Let me share that. Oh, there we go.
Oh,
We get
hello.
pushed over to the edge like that.
I got a bit of
That's quite
whiplash
cool. I like that. I like that. I like
Can you
that.
warn me next time? I was looking the wrong way and my neck went funny.
Oh, that's not my fault. You should have been paying attention.
I've got
Um,
the keys and everything now.
I've just got to find the window that I'm using now to do that. Is that? Yeah, that scrolls. All right, there we go. This is the Gross Group. If you've not been here before, then come and visit because it's lovely. I'm just going to look at the pictures rather than the posts. There's not really many. All the posts are pretty much me, and people just putting up pictures. So I'm going to go to the photos. I'm going to go down here. Do you remember what we saw last week? We saw.
Nope.
But
We saw that.
The spoon.
We saw that. Did we see the spoons?
Yeah, we did. We talked about those.
Spoons. That was the 22nd. That was
Oh.
a week ago, isn't it?
That was India Inks, wasn't it?
Am I going the right way? I'm going that
Yeah.
way, so I want to go that way. Right. So that was also the 22nd. Did we say that was the thing about cutting his legs off and stuff with a? Yeah, that was Steve's. Yeah, I remember that now. That was the four
Yeah.
things. That's I think came in during the show. I think that's looks different to that now a little bit.
Yeah, quite a bit. I didn't actually haven't posted an updated picture for that. I should do that.
Yeah,
You're
there's
getting
still
pretty
time,
good at this
still time.
painting, like, aren't you, George? Got to tell you.
Jamie's doing a
Forward.
tank. It's an Airfix 35th Tiger one. Right, this is definitely new. This is Roger.
yes. Oh,
It's an eagle and a hawk.
yeah.
Base colours, how many decals and
This is
many
correct.
decals and weatherings and weight.
This is correct.
It's scaffolding, isn't it?
Scaffolding. Yeah.
Space scaffolding.
Scaffold shit.
Ever. End of discussion. Don't even try and tell me otherwise. I'll break you.
This is Steve's finished walkery thing that he said he's going to cut his own legs off if it turns too wrong. So he's built it out of like 17 different types of things.
That to me just looks like a Space Marine Ed 209.
Yeah,
It's brilliant.
I love it. That's fantastic.
It's brilliant.
I mean, the fact it's got all the weapons in the world, it says Warhammer. The fact it looks completely impractical says Warhammer.
I know it's not quite on topic, but I saw something amazing earlier. I can't remember what group it was in. You know the new Space Marine mech with where you can see the actual Space Marine sitting in it. I can't remember what it's called.
The Dreadnought with a hole.
Yeah, I saw an orc conversion of that earlier. It was brilliant. So good.
Yeah, so he's got.
You do realise
all the
that
engines.
kit bash, just because it's all the leftover bits from Warhammer, that's about 700 quid worth of Warhammer kits
Probably.
to get all the bits to make that. There's a knight, there's a storm wolf.
Now, when you say leftover bits, they're not actually left over, are they? Because you don't get 2 of these.
You have a lot of options when you make a Warhammer.
Yeah, but you don't get options as to
Well-
have an extra pair of legs.
With the cockpit, that particular Space Marine plane actually does come with 2 different variant cockpits.
Does it? Oh, right.
It does. That the Knight Chainsword, though, there is an armless Knight somewhere in the world. But
Does
yeah, it
not have
looks
a different
rad.
weapon.
Oh, actually, I think you can equip it with 2 pew pews, can't you? I can't
So
remember.
it might actually be left over. But yeah, it's mad and amazing and great. Steve is actually in the chat there. He says he literally bought bits off Fleabay fairly cheaply.
Hmm.
There you go.
So yeah, they are probably leftover bits from somebody else, and he's just bought them off eBay and put that. I'm just going to have a quick look. If I click that now,
It's a pretty
what
cool
does that-
idea.
still just goes down there. So there you go. Yeah. And Tom's in. He just made it for the pictures. Yeah, you missed the spoons though. They were for last week.
Yeah. I know it's his favorite. I'll make that
let's
for a couple
see.
more next time.
There you go. This is more of Steve's thing. It's I don't know what it is. Is it a dustbuster and bits of a sweet pot? And I don't know. I can't make out any. Yeah,
It's a spaceship.
it's definitely a spaceship, but it didn't
Yep.
used to be a spaceship. It used to be
A thing.
a Pez dispenser and
Several things.
a garden implement and a yeah.
It's like if MacGyver decided he wanted to pick up modeling.
See, I've often wondered if people like yourself, Steve, could send a portfolio of your work to like Weta or ILM and suddenly be employed, because that would be
I
a
think should
job.
send your stuff to ILM because that's the kind of stuff that.
That is
You could do-
ILM all over.
Yeah, make sure you got pictures of it beforehand though, because otherwise they'll just nick it.
Well, that's true.
Steve says he thinks it's an upside down Sea King with bits on.
Well, it works.
That's definitely
Ooh.
works, yeah. And, yeah, I can't tell. Someone will say, "Oh yeah, I know that bit. That's the thing off of a thing," and yeah, but I don't do that.
I think sometimes though you look at these things and you can sort of recognise the bits, but you can't quite realise what they are.
Yeah, that's why I like seeing him before he's done the priming.
Yeah. Because,
There we go. This is Dennis LD. It's a gun thingy. You'll know what this is. It's some Gundam something.
That is for the Sinanju Stein, I believe. That rifle looks very familiar.
Yeah, I think it's 2 rifles. He said something about. I remember reading a post, but it's like the bottom half of it and the top half of it, but they go together to make one big, huge rifle. Oh, and we're back to Steve after having put his primer on it. It was a childhood thing he rescued from the dusty prison junk room. He used to call it a gecko, but the eyes are more chameleon now, he thinks. So yeah, once you put a coat of primer on it, you can't tell what it was. This is Tom. Tom's just joined us, and he's just in time for his own picture.
That's not a spoon.
It's not a spoon. I was looking for the spoon in the background of this picture as well. I couldn't find any.
Well,
I'm
if you
starting
look
to think-
hard enough, the head of the miniature does look a bit like a back of a spoon.
No, it's definitely not a spoon. You'll know a spoon when you see Tom's put spoons.
I've seen many of Tom's spoons.
And there we go. That's all these I don't like him anymore. He keeps putting up nice pictures of decent things that he's built in an afternoon.
You're gonna have a fleet of Gundams.
He already has. He's got a fleet of like 4 different red ones.
I challenge you to change your color palette next time, Dennis.
I think he's done his collection of red, so he might be doing something different next time.
Well, Dad must love them anyway.
Yeah, I think he does. I did like the red and gold colour. Steve's put up a joke. Breathing at stuff's dangerous and crazy for sure, but you should do get him out of here before he tries to take off. I don't think I've ever stuck wings onto my head. I know people have fallen asleep and stuck things to the side of their face, but yeah. This is the one that we've got to look at.
Yeah.
This is George. Now, this week he says he was on a spending freeze, so he kept his spending minimal. So this is a week's shopping when he was on a spending freeze.
Well, you saw the unboxing last time when I wasn't on the spending freeze.
Right, we've lost the fox, but he's coming back apparently. I'm not on the right screen to see that he wasn't there, but when he's back, I'll have to get him back in the room, I think. But we'll worry about that when he comes back. So this was you spend more on your spending freeze week than I do in 3 months of not spending freezes.
It's not even that much. It's like 3 kill teams, a couple pack of Underworld cards, a Warcry Warband,
Shadespire, Nightfall,
yeah,
Sergeant something or other, and another thing, and
There is
I
a
don't know
couple
what
of
that is.
$100 there, George. Let's not lie.
No, I mean, yeah, that's probably like $5. There's an airbrush. I got an airbrush because it was on sale, and I need 5.
how have
Apparently.
I gone back to all them? I'm going the wrong way now.
What that picture tells us, George, is you have too much disposable income,
Yeah.
or a wife that earns too much and thus doesn't need to steal your credit card.
Both of us, yeah, we're
It's going the wrong way, isn't it? It's going the wrong way. Why has it reversed the direction that I've got to press for the arrows now? That's just annoying.
Chief Delegation Officer pays well. Just so
It's
you know.
not. That's going backwards in time as well. I'm going to just keep clicking the buttons now until it goes away.
I think, Chris, you went back because George's picture was the last, potentially.
No, because then it brings it back to my logo picture, because I know that's the end.
Okay.
Did
I think it could have went full screen. It went funny, but yeah. So you spent too much, George. Stop it.
Yeah.
Or
But
if you-
in that brown box, underneath the little Mobile War guys,
Oh right, yep.
1/8 Salem Moss figure that I'm pretty happy that I found, and that's gonna go in my big glass case. I'm trying to get figures.
I see Foxy's back and Tom's here as well, so we'll bring both of them in. I think it'll probably work while I'm still sharing the
Tom.
screen. So
Hi,
hello
Tom.
everybody.
Hi there.
It's,
My broadband fell over. Sorry.
I got your text, and then because I wasn't obviously not looking at that screen, I'm doing the screen sharing thing. So yeah.
and then 2 of those things in there, those Hatsune Mikus, those are for my daughter. Those aren't even mine.
Yeah.
You know.
It's for the children.
Do your bags of air smell different to our bags of air? That's what I want to know.
I think so. Ours are cleaner. We got the mountains. There's not a,
You have got mountains, yeah. Fair point. Okay.
Ours just smell of despair and poverty.
Fantastic.
you know what? So I was thinking, depending on how long that Sazabi takes and how much a bag costs to check, it might be cheaper for me to pick it up and just bring it back with me.
You think he's
That'll
going
be
to
a
be
big
finished in
box.
October?
It ain't going to be carry on. Trust me on that.
Well, it depends. How are you going to ship it? Because the
In a big ass
Sazabi box, the Sazabi box is massive. If you got some EVA foam, and then kind of cut or pick and pluck foam and plucked out for each component of the Sazabi, you could potentially fit it in the Sazabi box.
Well, there's 2 ways to do it. There's one that involves me making a crate, and that'll give you a charge of several £100. Or
Hmm.
what I do is I go to the store and I buy a plastic storage tub. You know, like you get the lid and you put
Yeah,
stuff
yeah,
in.
yeah.
Get one of them, and I use lots of bubble wrap and little plastic Ziploc bags, and they get there fine. So that just means you end up with a standard box size that's the size of a plastic storage tub. So it doesn't actually work out that massively expensive. Because the thing is, it's quite light.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not the way.
I think the last when I
dimensions.
shipped out the Strike Mauve, which is obviously master grade size, that was the same kind of box, and that was about £45 shipping. So that's not that bad at all.
Right, we
Not-
have
not that bad.
Speed. Speed's got a red space marine.
Ooh,
It's the wrong colour.
the wrong
Blue.
colour. you said.
That's the right.
I like it because there's blue ones everywhere. So
Yeah, the Smurfs. Brr.
They're meant to be blue, aren't they? And this
That's
is George's
That's what
current
it's
progress. He's only just
So-
get up there.
That is gorgeous.
George, is that gold? Is that NMM?
Yeah. It's
Okay, we're working on that at Warhammer World. That's
Okay.
all I'm saying. But
That's
Did-
See,
fine.
that's the end. You can see that's the end because it goes back to that. There we go.
Can I?
Yeah.
I guess I now need to add George to the pantheon of people that have only just recently started with my encouragement and Chris's encouragement and Ted's encouragement, and are now better than us. Which
Yeah,
is not
it's quite
hard. You have to
scary.
say. It's not hard, but
You can blame Kevin for that one.
I was
Yeah,
gonna say,
my
you've been,
bad.
you've been having Kevin as well, haven't you? Helping you out. showing
he'll
you
have
how
a
to do it.
he'll have a one-on-one painting lesson soon when he comes to England. We're going to go to Warhammer World, and I'll teach him in person. If
Maybe-
anyone else wants to come to Warhammer World and get some
have
tuition, feel free.
a couple of dates to mention at some point of where we're going places and stuff. So yeah. But first of all, Tom's joined us. Hello, Tom.
Hello.
How are your spoons?
hello.
Oh well, no, I haven't painted any spoons. I've been painting stuff.
Right, that's it. I'm going to kick you back out again.
Yeah. So no, I've got this thing. Still working on the headless Zabi.
No, right,
It's
hang
not-
about. I shall make you full screen.
And
Well, I can't really show it with my light,
No,
but
you're a bit pixely as well, so the
yeah,
connection's a bit ropey. But
hold it still. Well, the metallics, yeah, I'm working on it. But I've got to get all my Star Wars Legion stuff done.
Hmm.
That's what the little medic droid was from.
Yeah.
Because I need to play with them. So, but I got to get this done so that. Well, wait a minute. Has the Sasabi group build deadline officially pushed off, or?
Yeah, it's December.
It's December next year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sometime in the spring.
In the
I didn't know.
future, basically.
Okay. Well, I'm still going to try to get it done in time, but but I'd much rather do.
There will be a time, and it will be mentioned, and it's all George's fault.
Yeah.
It's George's baby, so he's in
Even
charge.
George ain't going to hit his own deadline, which makes me feel better. But there you go.
This thing will be done in time.
Because I remember George would really say, "Yeah, we'll make it like 6 months. That'll be loads of time." Yeah, no problem. 6
Well.
months later, well,
So I think I built the biggest Zabi backlog in that period of time.
Yes, I think your backlog has definitely grown to be larger than anyone expected.
I think you're definitely the only one of us with more than one.
Yeah,
You've
Well-
got more than 7.
I'd say you're not even that, just with all of them.
every time I see one in the stores, I do pick it up.
Are there actually any versions you haven't got yet? Is that a question I shouldn't really have asked?
I don't have the high grade.
Is
I've
it
never
coming
tried
tomorrow?
one in person, but I just really like the stock kit. So every time I see one on your store, I buy it. And my kids are very upset with me every time I bring them in the door because they don't wear that many of the same thing.
I can just see it now. It's like if Bandai ever do like a perfect grade. Oh dear.
Oh yeah.
Steve says, watching you guys improves my hand painting. I'll be a happy bunny. It's not watching us. It's just doing it yourself and practicing and getting your hands dirty and doing it. 'Cause nobody learned anything from watching me.
No, in a lot of cases, it's actually watching us and then not doing what we do helps people
Yeah,
massively.
that's one way of helping. I can help in that respect. Yeah. Ray's in. Ray from Malta.
Hey, Ray.
Evening, Ray.
Hi, Ray.
Afternoon,
Ray.
evening, night time, whatever time it is there. Which brings me to the question. Simon Telly. I'll make it big. There we go. Simon Telly.
Oh, is this your question?
This is my question because I don't do the bench and belly thing because that's yours. Although I think I invented it.
I think Ted actually invented it, or somebody invented it.
I think
Simon Telly's my
technically-
thing.
Sprues and Brews on the Warhammer stream. Surely
Yeah.
invented.
Yeah, but I didn't know about that, so that don't count.
Well, I think who was it? Me that did? It wasn't me that did bench and belly then, because I was going to say it's like a complete rip off of Sprues and Brews, but
No, I think it was on the Immortals thing, and we were talking about what to do, and it came up with what you're eating and what you're building.
yeah.
And it just came out as bench and belly. But yeah, So
Yeah,
time and
because the
telly.
Spruce and Bruce thing is a very good question, but we can't use that. So.
Time and telly. What time is it where you are? And what TV show are you watching that we should all watch at the moment?
Yes. And if we get really desperate, just do the old ASL, AOL days, ASL.
Oh no, please don't. Speaking of time, I gotta go listen to BPs argue with each other, so I'm gonna head out. I actually gotta do work for.
All right, no problem, George. Thanks for popping in.
Yeah.
Catch you
Bye,
later.
George.
Take care, dude.
See you guys around.
Bye, dude.
Peace, buddy. Did I just say peace? Oh dear, how 1990s.
You did just say
Dude,
me.
peace, man.
Jamie says
Dude.
it's 20:55, which is the same time it is here, funnily enough. Telly Xbox One waiting for download. What are you downloading? It's not one of those things you can't just say you're waiting for something to download. We need
Yeah,
to
you
know
can't
what you're
do that.
downloading. Is it
That's like saying
game
I'm
you're
having
going to be
pizza.
playing? Yeah.
What are we all doing for time and telly then?
I'll do mine later. I'm busy reading everybody else's. Cynical Steve says it's 2055, and the Great Fire documentary about the 1666 fire of London. Oh,
Ooh.
interesting. Bit of history, yeah. Ray says it's 10 p.m. So yeah, you're living in the future.
Wow, imagine living in a country where it's bedtime 2 hours quicker. Oh god, that's rubbish.
It's 1 hour quicker, folks. 1 hour quicker.
1 hour quicker. Oh yeah. Imagine living in a country where numbers make sense.
Oh, he's
Zesty
gotta
says
get
I like Dench and Deli, but I ran out of famous female actors. When did actresses become actors? Because you always used to be an actress, wasn't it? But now it's not.
I don't know.
They're actors now.
I
I'd
think
still call them
it's some absurd politically correct thing because they actresses didn't want to be different from actors because they do the same job. But surely that being called an actor instead of an actress is slightly more derogatory. But I'm not going to get into that.
Yeah,
You can make it easy and just call them all lovies anyway.
Yes,
Yeah.
or queens also works.
Yeah, just channel 1980s Private Eye and call them
That
all
would work.
lovies.
D says 8:56. Forged in Fire catch up. That's
Forged in Fire.
building stuff on a big blacksmithing thing, isn't it?
Ooh. Oh yeah, is that the guy that makes all the weaponage and stuff?
Yeah,
Or is that the other guy that makes all the weapons?
it's one of them. Yeah.
found-
Chancellor says it's 8:55 and only YouTube got in from the monthly meeting of the Wrexham Model Club. Ah.
Wait, that could be one of two things. The Wrexham Model Club could be one of two possibilities.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's the Model Club. I think it's the Model Club.
Okay, that's all right. Just checking.
Jamie comes back with telling us what he's downloading. It's the Ghost Recon Wildlands update.
Nah.
And wants to get the new Call of Duty when it comes out. I didn't bother with Wildlands, and I haven't bothered with Call of Duty for years because they're all pretty much the same and don't
Nah,
really
I've
interest me.
played the Call of Duty for years.
Jamie has a question, or it says Fox have seen eModels have put pictures up of the new Land Rover Series 3. It looks like it's
Happiness.
left-hand drive.
It was what?
Looks like it's left-hand drive.
Is it an Italeri kit by any chance?
I don't know.
I'm going to guess it's not. It's going to be an Italeri or...
I'll look it
Probably-
up and tell you, Fox.
Yeah, I can't see the computer from it. I've got not only my looking close glasses, but also my space helmet. So I think it's Italeri or some foreign make.
Ray says it's been very hot today. It's been 30 degrees C.
Ooh,
It's
nice.
been
We had
warmish
that.
today, but not as bad as it was at the beginning of the week.
It is an Italiari kit.
Yep, so that's why it's left-hand drive.
Understand you all. But it's
Jamie
actually
says
green.
it's a Revell 124th new tool.
Oh, that one. Well, it's in that case, it's
Oh.
German. If it's Revell, it's German, so that's why they got the steering wheel on that side.
There's multiple Land Rover kits
If
there.
it was Airfix, apart from the fact it would be terrible, if it was Airfix, it would have the steering wheel on the correct side.
You could always mod it, put it
Yeah.
whatever side you like.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, it's a Series 3 Land Rover, which is the best car ever made.
You know what time it is for me because it's the real time. It's coming up 9 o'clock. And on the telly, I've started watching that NCIS again.
Nice.
Yeah.
I found it on Amazon Prime, so I started at the beginning. And started
Amazon
bouncing
Prime's a
around again.
nightmare, isn't it? Amazon Prime is a living
You
hell.
just find
We've got
something and
stuff to
think,
do.
oh, there's another 6 months gone.
I know. What time is it for me? For me, it is just 9 o'clock now. And at the moment, I am watching or re-watching because I've now finished watching The Mentalist. That's
You
finished.
finished it now, have you? So we can
Yeah,
all
I've
talk
watched
about
all
Red John.
Last two series are a bit pap when they went
Yeah,
to
they
the FBI.
did lose its way a little bit, but it ended
Yeah.
on a happy note. It's all right.
But I'm stuck now, so I'm watching Lucy Worsley's little 3-part series on the Hanoverian royal family. I do like Lucy Worsley. She's so cool.
I don't know that he's.
BBC. She does lots of history documentaries.
Oh, right.
She's
We
quite.
have
she's-
a new viewer just about to join us. We have Vincent. I'll pop him in. There
Is
you
she
go.
the one that dresses up?
No,
Or
no,
Yeah,
Vincent.
while she
He's the one that sits by the computer. He might dress up as well, but generally not when he comes on screen.
Hey, Vincent.
Hey, Fox. Hi, guys.
Those cans of Coke were there last week. You not tidied up your bench since?
Well, no,
No.
'cause
No, the other side, in front of the camera.
this. Oh no,
No,
it's
just to the right of it. There you go.
it's actually cleaner than it was because yeah, all the stuff that's now in here used to be here.
Have you?
That's
have
a
you
long way of
finished the
saying
thing-
no. He hasn't cleaned his desk.
Have you finished the computer yet?
No, I'm waiting for a trimming / deburring tool for the tube, and that
Oh,
goes. That's actually a bit that goes on the drill to make my life easier because right now I don't have an easy tool to trim it just a few mil if I need to trim it a few mil. Because I use basically use this, right, cheap little tube cutter.
Oh, right. Yep.
But if it's only a few mil, it tends to
Cuts too
slip
much.
away.
And, yeah.
Why does building a PC involve like manly drills and tools?
Because
What-
he's
is it
filling
just-
it with water.
Because he's water cooling, Fox. You
Nah,
can't
yeah,
see.
I
But
thought kits all came with that pre, and you just stick it all together, and
no, that's a custom loop.
can't you just buy an Xbox like normal people?
He's doing it himself, and I've always said that electricity and water shouldn't be mixed together.
To be
Yeah.
fair,
Persistent
if I
doing it.
wasn't doing it myself, it would probably cost me another grand just to have it built. And
That's also true.
Like I say, you could have just bought an Xbox.
But he wants to do proper gaming, Fox.
Oh.
Oh,
it's also going to be a workstation because it's running the Ryzen 9 3900X, which is like 12 cores.
Yeah, you need all that powerful graphics cards for the spreadsheets and stuff.
does that mean that you'll be going to doing the Bitcoin things?
No, because mining has like completely fucking died. It's come to a point where you get Chinese companies that actually, because what Nvidia did is they made graphics cards that were just for mining, so there's no display ports on them.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
And what they now do in China is basically write slightly adapted versions of the onboard BIOS of those cards, or the firmware rather, so that they actually can output a video signal.
Yeah, they literally did
Crazy.
make graphics cards purely for mining Bitcoin.
Yeah, and they look really weird because it's like there's something wrong, there's something missing here. So
Any kind of output.
It also completely killed mining because then the Chinese bought thousands of them and just filled warehouses with them to mine, which
Yeah.
killed it. So
So it's like you've got to have your computer on for 76 hours straight to earn 1/1,000,000th of a Bitcoin.
Yeah.
something like that.
Let's just get to the truth of it. The reality is he's making that big PC because he wants the Minecraft with the ray tracing. Let's
One
just
that
be
they're not
honest.
doing
That's all it is.
if that were true, I would be doing it horribly wrong because it's running.
Yeah, I never said you're doing it the right way. That's all he wants the realistic Minecraft. That's what he wants.
Yeah, the ultra texture pack. that they-
I would have completely bought the wrong graphics card for that because I'm running the new Radeon 5700 XTs.
Radeon 5000.
Yeah, I don't know what any of them things mean.
I'd just buy an Xbox.
Yeah, Xbox isn't that pretty to look at though.
It's very pretty. I like mine. It's
It's
very
just sleek
pretty.
and black. It just sits quietly in the corner and does things. Makes
It has many
pictures
graphics.
appear on the screen.
Yeah, it has many graphics. 4,000, someone say. 4,000 of them. Somebody's just downloaded something.
Yeah.
Diddle-doo-doo.
Apparently you're live, Chris.
I am live. You can tell by the way that I'm live.
Oh wait.
I haven't got a notification about it yet.
Last week I got one on my cell phone the day after, which was really interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you-
I don't understand how they bothered doing that. You'd have thought they'd have
Windows
noticed
does
it.
that though.
Just not.
I got
So
home to start my week off on Tuesday, and it told me that Fox was live from Sunday.
Oh yeah. Oh
Did
yeah.
you watch it? It's good.
Because your mine's computer. See, mine's a pain in the butt because I get the little, you get like the Windows 10 notifications down the side and it goes, ding, hey, something happened. and I get the little noise, but it does it like 3 or 4 times a day. But there's nothing in the notification bar. I'm like, whoa, you're messing with my mind now. What have
It's
you done
secret stuff.
something and you're not telling me? It frustrates me. It's like, I've done something. What have you done? I'm not going to tell you. Secret.
Steve says, I used to do Xbox Monday when the missus goes to her dad's for tea, but I started watching this random stream which is eaten into his gaming night. There's something that goes on a Monday night that you watch that is less fun than gaming.
So Vincent,
Hmm.
when you get this super duper sci-fi computer with the computer bob with its 27K graphics and its goodness and happiness, are you gonna like blap Elite Dangerous on it with 6 monitors and just rule the universe?
No, I don't. I'm not going for like a crazy monitor setup. I suppose a 32-inch monitor is pretty. It's like
Yeah, because if you don't
I
get
don't
Elite
know.
Dangerous, then you've just wasted your money.
I have Elite Dangerous actually.
Oh, good girl. Get the controllers. There you go.
I've got a Cytec HOTAS
Yeah.
right behind me, but
There you
don't really like.
You need a VR headset though to really play Elite Dangerous properly.
Yeah, you need to play Elite Dangerous. Even if you don't like it, you still need to play it. Shut up.
Yeah, but if you're sitting like that far away from a 32-inch curved monitor, you're pretty much wearing a VR headset.
Yeah, but if you got if you get a 3D headset, you can put googly eyes on it.
that is
I
true.
love that idea. That is the best idea ever.
Yeah, that is a pretty good idea.
I did try
I
Elite
will
Dangerous,
readily-
Fox, and
Yeah.
I preferred Eve. I'm sorry.
You're just a spreadsheet manager, then. Aren't you just an accountant in that case?
Yeah,
But Eve looks amazing on 102 inches of curved monitors.
Yeah, but you know what would
Yeah,
also
but
look
also-
amazing on that monitor? Elite Dangerous.
Wow.
Are you
Because
running?
then you're actually flying around and shooting stuff and doing things and space.
Nah, Lord Barkley's in the evening, Lord Barkley.
I'm
There's
running.
All spreadsheets look great on 136-inch monitors.
They're not. It's 102.
100, yeah, big.
It's 3 21:9 ultra wide, 34-inch monitors.
Yeah,
And
I looked at that and I was not willing to slap another 1K on top of my already hefty bill to get the LG.
I bought them for £250 each from work, so I don't mind.
No,
Yeah,
that's
I
not
wouldn't mind either. The one I ended up buying is the MSI QHD 32-inch code.
See,
No.
I haven't even got a race in. I haven't got a horse in this race because when I do my game, it's on a 40-inch telly box. Literally on my telly because it's my Xbox, isn't it? So ain't no monitor. It's a big fat, LCD, LED monitor. But
I don't
telly.
understand the people that do multi-screen monitors gaming with 2 monitors. That just blows my mind that people actually do that.
Oh yeah, because the bezel would be like
Yeah,
right.
because you just got no matter how thin your screen is, it's still got something and it's right in the middle. It's
Oh
like,
yeah,
no,
no,
you
that
can't
bugged
do
me. That would.
3, yeah, no problem. It's great. It's lovely, but no, not 2.
It is a bit annoying. Even with 3, it's a bit annoying. My bezels are 1.5mm wide, and even if you game on these 3 monitors, you have to sit about a meter back because otherwise you literally can't see the entire bank of screen. And you can still see them, but I didn't build this rig to game. I built it for work, so
That's what he says to the boss.
Yeah.
He
Yeah,
just happens to
yeah,
be
it's
really
work,
good at running the
honestly.
game.
That's
See, when
why
I
need
win,
you to
when
do
I win
massive-
when I win the 10 grand for life for the next 10 grand a month for the next 30 years, like later on tonight, what I intend to do, what I'd love to do is like make a cockpit. If you had infinite money, make a cockpit to play Elite in, where each panel of the window is the monitor, and you just have to tell the guys at Frontier pay them some money and say, right, make a version that splits it into separate, and you'd have basically a flight sim then with a proper cockpit.
Has
That'd
it
be
got
awesome.
hydraulics in it as well, so it moves you around?
but to be fair, if you at that point, if you've got that money, you're probably buying a computer system anyway, and you'll probably quite soon discover there's a lot better games out there in the style of Elite Dangerous,
Nonsense.
but a lot better.
Nonsense.
I've seen someone with an Elite setup that uses projectors and curved screens and stuff.
Oh yeah.
I
in
hate
cockpit,
the latency on
so
projectors,
it
though.
just works.
The latency on projectors is horrible when you're doing quick.
Yeah.
Like,
On some, but it
oh,
might not be on all of them.
Did somebody hurt themselves then? What?
if you're coming from like 100 megahertz, 100 hertz refresh rate, it's like, what is this?
Well, on projectors, oh yeah.
Right, Gemma, my wife says she doesn't like VR headsets. It makes me and my daughter laugh too much when we're using them. So, yeah.
To be fair, if I had like the 10 grand a month thing that Vox was talking about, I'd probably get a VR headset, obviously, because
Yeah.
and I
You know,
get
if
you know those pads where you go stand in it, you clip yourself to the side with rubbers, and it's like a bowl, so you
yeah,
like slippery slippers on, so you basically walk.
yeah, the octagon shaped things.
Yeah.
Like the big pedestal thing. Yeah, get one of them.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I'd built for that.
I want one of them robotic arms that just holds you in the, like.
Oh yeah,
on-
that. Yeah, you'd have to save that 10 grand for like 2 years. Though. One of those.
Oh dear. Yeah, I did. When I got the VR headset, I showed my daughter Google Earth on it,
Yeah.
and she did panic initially because it's quite scary.
To be fair, if you're like
Very
talking $250,000, I'd be like, house, VR rig, house.
I've already got a house.
Yeah,
Well, you've got a car house, right? But
you can get a house anytime.
yeah. I mean, you still have that 10 grand a month, I suppose. Yeah. Any bank on the planet will be happy to lend you money if you earn
Oh yeah.
the month.
Yep. Right, my little screen thing is gone red. Look,
That means nothing. Carry on.
it's gone red. Look, I can't. The wire's too short for me to wave
Means
around
nothing.
too much, but it's gone red. So that means it's getting close to the end of the time.
Nonsense.
So there is still time to join, and although there's no room technically at the moment, if someone else does join, then I might kick someone out.
Your little
Someone can go into
screen
background and-
how many you have? Or did you tell it?
Who? What? Sorry,
Does your little screen intuitively know, or did you tell it?
I told it. I pressed the button when we started, and it set a timer on it for a certain amount of time that the show will last. And when,
Yes.
when it starts flashing, it's me time to wrap up. So
Yeah, so when Chris goes, oh no, we have to go now because I've been told by the device, he's actually set that device.
I set that device. But everybody decided that 90 minutes was the right time. I get told off by people in chat if I go too long now.
Ah,
Oh no.
So,
It's still your show, so you can do what you want to do. You
this
know
is
that.
true, but no, I'd like to, my public are lovely and they demand things and,
Do what you're told.
it's a dictatorship, but a very nice dictatorship.
yeah, it's very nice that takes your feelings into account. So, yes.
Well, it's one of the only dictatorships left in the UK as of this afternoon. So
Yeah, it's about right now.
you've got to stick
No, we're
to
not,
it.
we're not doing politics. We don't do politics in the show. Vincent's been typing lots of things in the chat, but I don't know what any of it means, so I'll ignore it and it'll go away.
Yeah.
It's got numbers and things in it, so yeah, there we go. So yeah. And Gemma says I don't want to go on too long because I need to make tea. So
Cup of tea.
cup of tea.
Cup of tea.
Take a tea,
Tea,
right?
cup of
Good
tea.
night,
No,
good
not yet.
night.
I've got a call now yet before we can make a cup of tea. So yes. What's that? There's some chat going on. What's that chat saying? People are talking about bacon in my chat. I don't know why they're doing
Ooh, I've
that.
not been
but
reading the chat.
It can't be.
I
fucking
mean,
bad.
that's a strong subject to talk about.
It is. Yes.
Chance of North Wales says that Wrexham has only one kind of model club. Spearmint Rhino is denied a licence by the council. That's what we were saying earlier on. I should confess that I have actually had occasion to go to a Spearmint Rhino one.
Occasion to.
Yeah, it wasn't that great.
You had to. You were forced.
It was a works thing. It was all right. It was.
Did,
just-
did you think it was a mint flavoured sweet or something?
No, just the
Accidentally-
lesson I learned though is do not, for the love of God, take any kind of cards. Just don't do it.
Playing,
It's the kind of
playing
thing-
cards.
It's the
They
kind of
don't,
thing
they don't
you
like
want.
playing on tune or what?
Yeah, you only go to somewhere like that once with any kind of bank credit or debit card. You never make that mistake again.
When you're going to go in with pound coins or something now.
You need very big pockets. Trust me on that.
Well, you can't use
Don't
pound
ask me
notes
how I
on it.
know. You just would.
No, I don't want to know. Yes, so there were a couple of dates that have popped up that are being organised.
Oh yes.
The September the 19th was the grand yearly eModels journey,
Yes.
which is becoming official. We think it's probably very likely, but we didn't hear back from eModels yet, did we?
I think James said to Ted. I saw the email go through on my phone. I think it said it was
No. Okay, so yes, on the 19th of September, me, Fox, Ted, and I will be going along to eModels.
Yay!
So come along and join us. Say hello. Bring some cakes.
Ted will be taking his U-boat. Chris will be taking what are you taking?
I've got what have I got? I've got the two tiny MiGs and a Zaku.
Yeah, I'll be taking me.
Fox is
Because I
bringing
want-
the cakes. There you go.
No, because I
Will
want
you
to.
be- Will you be taking the box the box without sprues in it for the Millennium Falcon and just with a little note of IOU on it?
No,
Actually,
because you know
Fox,
what?
you've got
It'll still be a
something
box
to
full. Because it'll still be a box full of half the sprues if I'm halfway through it.
You have got something to take. You've got that tank to take back.
Oh, you remind me, I was going to keep that. Oh well, never mind.
That's
Wait, which
right,
one?
they
Oh,
don't watch this show.
I've got the KV2 because the Sherman is mine. So yeah, I've got to take the KV2. But I'm a U-boat. I've got the little U-boat to take back. Oh no, because I bought. That's fine as well.
Again, you've picked a work day, so I can't join you.
So it has to be a
Unfortunately.
work day because that's when they're open.
Well, that's. Are they not open on Saturdays?
Not well. Yeah, there's usually James mate might be there.
Fair enough.
Nobody else is there.
Yeah, well, apart
and-
from
and-
picking a bad day, you've also picked a day when eModels happens to be about 900 miles south of me as well.
Well, that's
That's
most
every day.
days, isn't it? Really, to be honest.
It's just so inconvenient.
But we are saying basically, whether you're local or not, if you want to come along, come along. I'm gonna make an assumption now that Dad turns up with donuts.
I think he's going to. Yes. He's
Well,
obligated to.
he has to redeem himself after the Altrincham birthday. Let's be honest.
Why? What happened? What?
He didn't bring donuts.
Did he
Oh
not?
yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true.
Oh.
Yep. He came
That's
to visit
not
my local Warhammer store and didn't. We did go for a nice lunch though.
I
But,
guess
yeah.
that's partially redeemed, but
Well, no, we didn't pay for it.
well, that's not redeemed at all.
We all paid for our own. But no, he came down to say hi, and that was good. That was good.
The
Yeah, we
other
think people
upcoming
come along.
date is the Warhammer Day, isn't it? It looks like it's going to be the 22nd of October, I think.
What's this for?
That's
It's,
what
when
George has told me.
George and me are going along to the Warhammer shop with the
And me.
Warhammer World thing, and Kevin's going as well. I didn't
Ooh.
know if you knew the day we figured out or not yet, but
No, George checked if I can make it because
Oh,
George
right,
wants
yep.
a painting lesson on that day.
absolutely, yeah.
Which
Yeah,
I have agreed
I'll
to.
be looking over his shoulder while you're doing it.
You are more than welcome to do
What-
so,
what
as
date-
is anyone else.
What date is that?
When's that, Chris?
That is October 22nd.
It's Tuesday, October the
Tuesday.
22nd.
Does Dad know
Oh,
about
like 9 days before.
We've only just sort of figured it out today, so not quite yet.
Okay, because I don't think my car would make it to Warhammer World, but if Dad goes, I might be able to kind of lift off him.
I think we'll probably be able to talk him into it.
That's Nottingham, right?
If not, Fox,
Yes. Yeah,
I have to go past you to get to Warhammer World.
mate, aren't you down south somewhere?
Yeah, but the week prior to that, I'm working up in Glasgow. So
Oh,
I
okay.
have to come down.
But do you have to come back up again?
No, I'll be going home from Warhammer World. But,
So I'll be on my own.
no, listen.
Don't tell him
Listen.
that. Don't tell him that. Yeah, yes, he's going back up north as well after. Yeah.
On-
You'll be broken. You don't have to go back.
On Monday, I picked up my brand new 2019 Jaguar E-Pace lease car from work, and I
You'll be
want
doing
to
all
drive
that.
it as much as possible. So I will happily drive you around the country because
Yeah, here I am that I ordered my company car this week, and it's a fucking Mazda 3, you fucking ass. But to be fair, no, highest trim, and it's got their new Skyactiv X engine.
What is it you've got?
The new Mazda 3, which is with their new very Italian-looking design language that they have.
I know nothing about cars, so.
Uh,
Well, I do, but even less
It's
about it.
new. You can't knock it if it's new.
it's model year 2020, basically. So it's not really on the road yet, and it's got the new Skyactiv X, which is it's a gasoline engine But if you're like cruising on the highway and stuff like that, it can actually switch to the diesel cycle while still burning gasoline.
That's
Yeah,
very
that's
strange.
Pretty
So
cool.
you get the same mileage as you would get with the diesel, but with all the advantages that a gasoline gives you when you're accelerating.
See, the only Mazda I can name off the top of my head is the Miata/MX-5. That's it.
It's no slouch. I mean, it's basically nearly a hot hatch with 180 horse. It's not
Modern cars, boring. All modern cars are boring. All of them. All of them. Every single
Stop
one.
yourself with the fact that if I even had the opportunity to have a company car, it would be a Zimmer frame.
Sounds about right. Yeah.
Yeah, over here we're my company, and to be fair, most companies are starting to cut down on CO2, so you're forced to go hybrid or gas or full
Bicycle.
electric, or if you're lucky, like with Mazda's new line of engines, you can get that. But yeah, I mean, options are really limited.
See, I'd
Well-
be like, if you said to me, "You can have any company car you want," brilliant. I want a fully restored Mark III Cortina. Go.
Yeah, they probably didn't mean that though, did they?
The
Yeah,
only
well-
reason that I get the car I get is because I drive about 80,000 miles a year. It's
Wow.
Actually,
Yeah.
there you go. There you go, Spid. Si will come and get you. And he'll
I am-
take you back home again.
Yeah, actually, you're not. From Glasgow, you've only got 200 miles up to me. So it's
well,
you want an excuse to drive?
if you could travel to Glasgow, Spid, in some fashion, I would happily give you a lift down.
Again, you're walking on the way back, but
Yeah, over here, depending on the sector you're working in, it's common practice to give a car as basically instead of extra wage, because fiscally it's more interesting for both the employer and employee.
I think
Makes
it's
sense.
over here. It's the same. It's taken in lieu of some pay, isn't it? I think,
Mhm.
Wouldn't surprise me.
depending on the job.
I'll tell you what. If I'll do some checking on dates and things, because I could get down to Glasgow to see my son for a bit, and I could easily jump on a bus or something back up to Glasgow. So that might be doable. That might be
You'd be
doable.
like, "Dad, you came all this way to see me." Well, I'm actually
Yeah.
going to Warhammer World,
normal
but yeah,
for now.
nice to see you, son.
Well, I am. Just let me know, Spid. I'm more than happy to give you a lift, and I'm more than happy to pick you up, Fox.
Well,
I can drop. I
thank
can
you
drop
very
you
much.
back,
That's
Fox.
incredibly
I
kind.
can't quite drop you back, Spid, because I think.
Oh no! Well, I say I'd be able to scoot back up on a bus or something to Glasgow. That wouldn't be a problem. But no, it's much appreciated. That's really kind of you.
It's my pleasure.
Yeah.
So Tom, you Si's going to come and pick you up as well.
Yeah.
Well, see, I was just saying,
Yeah.
I've always had a problem with one-way trips. I mean,
Wait, do you know anyone in like New Zealand or Australia?
no. Either way, you're still going to have a boat or a plane to get me. So, because I'm on the east side of the coast, though. of
Dude,
the
it's a
United States.
Jaguar. It could do anything. It works. It'll just cross the Atlantic.
It'll
Oh.
probably float. It'll be all right.
It's a Jag.
Straight out of the spy movies. It just runs into the ocean. It pops out the little fins.
In all fairness, the car I've just handed back was a Tesla Model S,
Ugh.
and that
Yeah.
thing can do pretty much fucking anything. So sorry, Chris. So it probably could have flown. I don't know, but
Didn't find the right button for it.
If you've got like the budget for an E-Pace, why didn't you go for the I-Pace?
well, unfortunately, it was what the Jaguar garage had at the time because
Oh yeah,
What is it
the-
slightly soiled?
well, the Model 3 I'd had for 3 years. Sorry, the Model S I'd had for 3 years, and there aren't really that many Model 3s or new Model S's in the country just to lease. So I had to get a Jaguar. It's part of the company image.
yeah.
The problem
Outside of America, Tesla seems like a really hard brand to actually get a proper leasing contract on.
Which is a shame.
Yeah, they don't have that direct dealership relation, which I get it. It's the modern way of doing things, I suppose. But yeah, it's a shame. It is.
So, sorry, how did you get on with charging? Seeing as we've got like no real infrastructure for charging electrical vehicles in the UK, how did you actually survive?
there's actually a much better infrastructure than you think.
Yeah, there is. We've got electrical charging stations up here on Skye.
Wow.
Like,
Tells you where they are.
Really?
From London to Telford, I basically only came across one or two of your what do you guys call the rest stops again?
service stations. will do.
Services. Only one or two didn't have Tesla branded.
I reckon there's more than you realise because you're not looking for them.
The great thing about the Model S was, as part of its map software, it knew where all the charging
I was
stations
going to
were.
say they probably know where it all is.
So if I was driving to Birmingham, which was quite a common commute, I would plot my route, and it would tell me that I needed to stop here and here.
because
I could
you won't
skip.
get further than that. And
Yeah, I could skip the second one if I really wanted to risk it for a biscuit. But
But wait a minute,
Look,
didn't it
see
also
that
have
little red line down the bottom there? That's how much time we've got left. It's going away quickly. You're not
Don't they
long
also
left.
you can plug into a socket, like a little port, where you can just plug it into whatever your 120 or I don't know what kind of power you guys use over there, but you just plug it into the
We
wall.
tend to use electricity.
so
Plug it in.
We're proper grown up 240 volt.
Oh yeah, none of that
We
rubbish
have
110
proper
stuff.
plugs over here, Tom. We have 3 prongs on our plugs because all our things are earthed.
yeah,
Yeah, when we do stuff you don't want to stand on in the middle of the night, we do it properly. We give you square 3-pin plugs.
Yeah.
None of this
Lego.
round 2-pin nonsense.
Zaston
Also-
says that his local Lidl's got charging points. So
yeah. You'd be surprised. Like, I pretty much live in a Travelodge for 250 days of the year, which is sad. Which is why I want to leave my job. But that's not beside the point. All
Travel
of the
is not that bad, you know.
well, it's true, but I can't airbrush in a Travelodge very
I bet you
easily.
can.
Oh, you can. They won't know it.
I have done, but it's not easy.
It's,
but yeah.
it's even easier because you don't have to breathe the air tomorrow.
That's
you don't
true.
care if you spill the paint after it.
But you gotta work.
All of the travel lodges have charging points. So
Every time we have this guy in a room, there's this strange shape on the wall.
What's this halo?
And when we pull the table away, it doesn't go behind the table. It's
They've got the customers left stains in the room again. Yeah, but these ones are coloured. It's really weird.
oh, dear.
Well, okay, Chris. Well, I'm not going to keep you any longer, so I'm going to jump off and go watch them cut down this giant pine tree.
All right, have fun.
well, that sounds fun.
Well, hurricanes are coming this way, so we
Oh,
got.
right.
Hurricanes
Yeah,
are
do it
coming.
when you can.
Hurricanes are coming.
Oh my! Did you just use the Coca-Cola song for the?
I did. I don't like hurricanes are something to be glad about. They're not really.
That is a bit of a dick move. I mean,
Not really.
You
Florida's
say
not looking forward to
hurricanes,
it.
Tom.
All right. Well, you guys be good. Try not
Yeah,
to get-
Thank you very much. See you
They
next
say,
month.
Ciao.
Goodbye.
Get it?
Bye, y'all.
Bye. Right. Oh, look, he timed it just well. Look, it's flashing. Look, it's got a flashy red button now at me now. So
Oh, no,
that's
the
saying it's
arbitrary
time for me
time
to
limit
do
has
the
been
closing
reached.
up spiel.
It's only 21:28 according
It
to
is
my
28,
watch.
but I've got the funny talking thing. So
Okay,
It's
that's
only
true.
7:30 in the evening in my mind.
in your mind, yeah.
In
your
my
mind's about
mind.
So it is approaching the end. I shall remove you all from the stream momentarily,
Yeah.
but you don't have to go anywhere because I'll bring you back in after we've gone off air, so we can say goodbye.
All right. Well, I'm
individually
going for
anyway.
a smoke. See you later.
Hugs and
I'll be
kisses.
back.
All right.
Oh, I wish I could-
I've already had a message from my wife saying that it's tea time, and Zad's saying that oh my god, flashing red button, it's going to explode. It doesn't explode. I push it and it goes green again, but we won't worry about that. So yes, it just remains for me to say that it's been Thursday. So next up is Sunday. There's other days in between, but they're not important because nobody's online. Actually, I think the Sprue crew might be doing a thing on Saturday, so have a look at them. Vincent's in the Sprue crew, aren't you, Vincent?
Yep.
You got a thing on Saturday?
I'm actually out for dinner with the missus
Oh,
on
right.
Saturday, so
So there might
Might
be
be later,
Vincent
but-
might not be there, but
no, it seems unlikely.
on Sunday, Fox will have his Warhammer on 3 o'clock.
Yes, I will. 3 o'clock, 3 p.m. VST on Sunday.
And I shall be about at 8 o'clock. I didn't show you, but I did that last time. But dragon, big giant
Space horse.
dragon, space horse, shouty space
Space
horse.
horse.
Um,
Yeah, unfortunately, I missed both the Sunday streams because my internet was pants.
Welcome to
well,
Scotland.
my Warhammer stream is normally exclusive to my patrons after it's gone live, so you can't go back and watch it. But because I started a new thing, I thought I'd leave it open for everybody, so it's still there. You can go back and watch it again, as can anybody else.
That's tactics. That is.
I thought I like that. You know, you've got to give them the free taste, and then
Proper
you
show.
say, "Give me your money, give me your money."
Drag them in.
If you do want to watch the rest of them, you'll have to join my Patreon, and I've put a link up now. So say this is where you need to go. So
You like these buttons now.
I
I'm
like
liking
these
this button
buttons.
where you can say.
And I must admit,
text.
the whole pimping and saying, you know, join this and give me money and stuff is getting easier. It used to be really nasty and all sort of all British and shirky, and I don't like doing that. But it's growing on me, and people seem to be joining. So you know, who am I to say that they're wrong? So yes, don't forget you can also join the group, and you can have a look at my website. Oh, I won't do the website. I was too quick. I've got to wait for it to go through, and then I can press the website button. So you can have a look at my stuff on the website.
Buttons for those. That's so
I've got
cool.
buttons for all of that. I can program anything I like.
Can't make a cup of tea with a button, though, can you?
No, I've got to do that in a minute with my own hands.
That's proper
Chris,
manual
what you
stuff, that is.
need, what you need now is a fluffy white cat because you've got the whole Bond villain set up there.
No, Mr.
Yeah,
just-
Bond, I expect you to die.
While you press your buttons.
We did think Ted was going to pop in tonight, but he didn't.
Yeah, we were looking forward to Ted popping and saying hello.
but I've got a button for Ted. Well, not an actual button. I've got I can.
Slap it on. Slap it on.
Oh, do that again, do that again, do that again.
Slap it on.
Oh, do it again, do it again, do it again.
No, that's it. Two's as many as I'm allowed to press, because otherwise.
Oh,
I love
He
how
gets-
you've made
he
it
gets
mute
paid.
everyone else as well,
It
just so
mutes
no one
everything.
can override Ted.
what makes me really sad is that I'd love one of those for my setup, but I haven't got enough USB ports. I'm like, oh.
That's not even using that. That's just using the StreamYard software. I can use it. It's an overlay.
No, but it's got to plug into a USB socket, hasn't it?
No, it's the software. It's not that. I don't press a button on that. Look, I've got no hand with that. This is a mouse button now.
Oh,
This
right.
is the streaming software.
Do
that
Ted again. Go on, do
enables
Ted
me to
again.
Do that.
Go on, do it.
Slap it on.
He'll be sad he missed it. But, you know. Right. I am going to remove you all from the stream, and then I'll finish off, and then I'll bring you back, and we'll say goodbye with hugs and stuff. So, thank you, Vincent. See you in a bit.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Fox. No particular order. It's just the order they are on the bottom of my
Pleasure.
screen. So, see
Pleasure,
you in a moment.
treasure.
Kevin, thank you, sir. See you in a bit.
Bye.
And Speed, thank you. Bye-bye. And I'm going to remove myself as well, and then I'll play the final video thing, and then that'll be the end. So thank you for watching. See you next week for another evening with the gang, and as I say, Sunday for Warhamster, and Monday for remodels this week, and then back to Thursday again. So see you all soon. Thank you, and good night.